The night was dark and stormy, with the rain battering against the windows like ghostly whispers. Jenna, a curious and adventurous soul, found herself in an old, creaky house that seemed frozen in time. She was there to help a friend move into the new place, but little did she know, this house held a sinister secret. As the day wore on, the moving progressed, and Jenna found herself tasked with organizing items in the basement. The air down there was thick and musty, and the dim light bulb flickered ominously. As she descended the creaking wooden stairs, a chill ran down her spine, but she dismissed it as nerves. Rows of dusty boxes and forgotten belongings lined the walls, creating a labyrinth of forgotten memories. Jenna's footsteps echoed eerily as she moved deeper into the basement, her flashlight casting long, distorted shadows on the cracked concrete floor. The basement seemed to stretch on endlessly, and the atmosphere grew heavier with each step. Jenna suddenly realized that she hadn't heard a sound from the rest of the house for quite some time. The silence was deafening, only broken by the occasional distant rumble of thunder. She tried to retrace her steps, but the narrow passageways seemed to shift, leading her in circles. Panic set in as Jenna felt the temperature drop, and the air became thick with an unsettling presence. The walls seemed to close in on her, and the dim light played tricks on her mind, conjuring phantoms in the shadows. A low, guttural growl echoed through the darkness, causing Jenna's heart to race. She fumbled with her phone, desperate to call for help, but there was no signal. The unsettling feeling intensified as she stumbled upon a room she hadn't noticed before. Its door stood slightly ajar, and an unnatural coldness emanated from within. Summoning her courage, Jenna pushed open the door and gasped at what she saw. The room was filled with ancient, decaying dolls that stared at her with lifeless eyes. Some had missing limbs, while others had cracked porcelain faces frozen in eternal expressions of sorrow. As Jenna tried to turn and flee, the door slammed shut behind her with a force that echoed through the basement. The dolls seemed to come to life, their heads turning slowly to follow her every move. She felt their gaze piercing into her soul, and a disembodied voice whispered her name. Jenna frantically searched for an exit, but the basement had transformed into a nightmarish maze. The walls pulsed with an otherworldly energy, and the dolls inched closer, their hollow eyes fixated on her. The air was thick with a malevolent force, and Jenna's screams echoed in the suffocating darkness. Hours passed like a nightmare that refused to end, and Jenna was trapped in the basement's grasp. The dolls closed in, their broken bodies contorting in unnatural ways. As the first doll reached out to touch her, Jenna's consciousness faded into the abyss, leaving her alone in the chilling embrace of the haunted basement. To this day, locals claim that the old house is cursed, and no one dares to enter the basement alone. The dolls are said to come to life, searching for their next victim to join them in the eternal darkness. The once thriving house now stands as a forsaken monument to the horrors that lurk beneath, and the tale of Jenna's fateful night serves as a warning to those who dare to venture into the shadows.